Hello everyone, I'm Brenda Yo from Uganda. I am currently working as a surveyor with National Water and Sewage Corporation, the main water and sewage service provider in the country. I am mainly involved in engineering surveys, GIS, and mapping for the corporation. I am a member of the FIG Young Surveyors Network and one of the surveyors selected to participate in the Volunteer Community Surveyors Program. The Vcsp was a pilot program established by a partnership between the Global Land Tool Network and the Young Surveyors Network to enable young surveyors like me to hone our skills and knowledge to impact our communities. I volunteered for a period of 4 weeks between November and December of 2017 with the Uganda Community-Based Association for Women and Children's Welfare, UCOBAC, which is a partner of the Global Land Tool Network. UCOBAC ran a pilot project in Padere district aimed at granting tenure security on customary land for the people in Pajule sub-county with emphasis on land rights for children and women. As a surveyor on the team, I was involved in training of the data collection teams on the use of GPS and the use of QGIS for data manipulation. During this period, I was enlightened on why culture and norms are the main drivers of the use, the rights, and the ownership of customary land. I was also introduced to land tenure tools like Slack and the social terrain domain model. During this period, I enhanced my skills on how to carry out mediation on land issues, basically and most importantly on customary land. At the end of the volunteer program, I was awarded a certificate of participation by the Vcsp team. Getting involved with Vcsp helped me take a step towards my career goal of working with humanitarian bodies to impact positive change in my community. With an enhanced resume, I was able to acquire a full master's scholarship, which is going to help me enhance and improve my geospatial technologies and sciences skills and knowledge. I encourage young surveyors to participate and get involved in FIG partnerships and programs in order for us to positively impact our communities and also for career growth. On that note, I would like to thank God for the opportunity He has granted me to be able to share my experience with you. And I would also like to pass a vote of thanks to FIG, the FIG Young Surveyors Network, the Global Land Tool Network, UN Habitat, and UCOBAC for the opportunity granted to me. Thank you very much and be blessed.
I am a young surveyor and I participated in a joint competence-based volunteer program with the Global Land Tool Network facilitated by the UN Habitat and the International Federation of Surveyors Young Surveyors Network between the 28th and 18th of January and February 2018. I was deployed to Padere district in the northern part of Uganda as a GLTN/FIG volunteer community surveyor. During the program, I worked with some trained staff and ad hoc staff of the Uganda Community-Based Association for Women and Children's Welfare, popularly known as UKUBAC. And our task was to facilitate the pilot phase of land registration and tenure security in Padel. My specific task as a volunteer includes process documentation, support in technical training for land rights, data capture and mediation teams, and to as well participate in community land mapping and land rights data capture and data management. What I learned during the project includes that the project offered me an international work experience and first-hand exposure to land administration in an informal land tenure context. It exposed me to the Uganda system of customary land registration. I was opportune to see the technical details of land registration from the fit-for-purpose perspective, as well as making suggestions and recommendations to the actors involved. One more thing I learned was that it seems NGOs and the people I called para-surveyors may be participating in more land registration exercises than surveyors are actually doing. What interests me most is that the willingness of citizens and the communities to get their land registered is quite interesting. Whenever we arrive at a community for data capture, we may struggle at first with getting people at inception, but most of the time we struggle to exhaust the number of applications received. One thing I really loved about the whole program was the exposure, the experience, the opportunity that the Vcsp program avails. More importantly, I love the support the Vcsp program avails the fast tracking of land registration. I believe if this program is scaled up, it is capable of reducing the size of undocumented lands drastically. I could say the program is quite useful because a total of 259 applications were attended to during the pilot phase of the project, during which more than 150 applications were received and processed during my 3 weeks volunteer period, and that amounts to a total of about 14 square kilometers. I had to engage specific tasks such as advising on how best to map contiguous boundaries, what method to use in mapping some of the dense built-up areas, carrying out process documentation, developing a plugin for generating distance labels for mapped parcels as requested by the Ministry of Lands in Uganda. These are just some of the tasks I had to do amidst of several other responsibilities. I could say this program has impacted my career by offering me an opportunity for applying my training as a surveyor in the informal land tenure security context. At present, I am still working with the GLSTN staff linked with the project in Uganda to produce a paper based on my experiences in the project, and I as well received emails, had to contribute, give my experiences and to assist the field data capture team members concerning some of the works we had to do during the project. I'd like to recommend that young surveyors should be much more encouraged to participate in this program. More specifically, I believe the program is what surveying students of colleges and higher institutions can handle. Partnerships could be created with academic institutions to produce the required capacity in carrying out such tasks. Thank you very much.
Hello everybody, I am Chandas and I am from Nepal, and I am a young surveyor here and I am active in Survey Department of Nepal, that is the only national mapping organization here. And talking about my background, I've done geomatics engineering in the bachelor's, and I have also completed geography in the master's. So talking about VCSP, it is a very good thing that I experienced while I was in Philippines. I got selected as a VCSP candidate and I was granted the opportunity to go to Philippines for about 3 weeks, and it was a wonderful experience. A lot of things to learn from this program, and personally, I really liked it because it's very different to work in a new community with new people, and also there was a new language and a new cultural setting, socio-cultural setting. So it has been a pretty challenging and also very exciting experience, because when you get to work with new communities, you get to know about them, you get to know the practices, the popular beliefs, and the challenges that are pertaining to those cultures and those social settings. So particularly it is eye-opening, and I personally found it very fascinating to work in those areas. So talking about the serving profession, it is not only the technical things that matter when you go out to the societies. They actually need your help to gain secure tenure access to the land. So how can you bridge the gap between the policies, the government, the people, and how do you bring technologies to work for them so that they can have, in the terms of Vcsp, our motto and our vision is to streamline the process in order to facilitate people and government so that people can have secure general access. So particularly
Uh, Hello everyone, Namaste. My name is Srishti Paudel, geomatics engineer by profession and from the country Nepal. Uh, I joined volunteer community survey program on 1st of November 2017 and volunteer in my own country Nepal for 25 days. I joined the program basically of the two reasons. First, I just love volunteering. It sets me free and makes me happy. And the second reason was that at that time I was a fresh undergraduate and waiting for my results, and I was so eager to get involved into something where I could contribute my skills and knowledge, and VCSP was the right platform, so I got involved. And I must say that the whole experience was really an eye-opening experience for me, and it changed my life completely. The things I got involved in, like georeferencing, digitization, data entry in HCDM, problem solving, time management, etc., were actually a part of how we could improve the life of earthquake affected communities and make them recognizable in the eyes of government, and help them get the reconstruction grant by government easily in order to build their new home. And that was really satisfying motivation for me to work here. Well, during the program I also met representatives from FIZ, UN Habitat, and GLTN, and I got to listen their talks and meetings as well, and those talks were always determined to do something new, to contribute, to innovate, and to support the lives of others. And I cannot express how much inspiration it has given me to contribute something for the global cause. Talking about how the experience had changed my life, well, in the background you can see a place. It's called Charikot Dolakha, and it's the very place where I volunteered. And after 5 months since the time, I'm still here in this place. Well, how is that possible? Well, actually I was hired by UN Habitat for another project where we are currently implementing HDM in District Survey Office of Dolakha. And my journey from my university to UN Habitat as a professional would have never been possible without the launch of VCSP program. Well, VCSP has provided a platform for young surveyors like me to enhance their skill, to unleash their passions, to contribute something, to experience multicultural environment, and to make lifelong relations and friendships. And I really express my sincere gratitude to FIZ, Young Surveyors, UN Habitat, and GLTN for the launch of the program. Really, your efforts and ideas are changing the lives of young minds like me and motivating them to contribute something for a global cause, and that's really remarkable. Well, thank you very much for everything.